Welcome to our Parkplace Project, but for Christmas. Okay, so I would say this is my favorite Christmas home we've ever toured, but I might be a little biased.
Yes, I'm a little biased, but I will also say that we were not finished with this home when we decided to do the tour. And I called you and said, hey, we should do the Christmas home tour. And you said, you're crazy, and hung up. And the next morning I got a text that said, maybe you're not crazy.
Well, so the Rockwall Holiday Home Tour, we have shared on our YouTube channel 6 years in a row. So we've always participated, but we've never had a home on it. So when these homeowners that we've designed their home said yes, we were pumped. But literally, they finished the home and Christmas. We were still decorating
All at once.
and like literally yesterday, things were still being done. So we're going to cover all that we decorated. I do want to give fair credit. We pulled in Stephanie of Blooming Ivy Lane. She's your favorite. She's our favorite.
And it just so happened that Stephanie's in a move right now. So many of her Christmas items were in her storage. And so we pulled here, there, and everywhere from my home, your home, Stephanie's home, and Stephanie came in and did her magic.
Oh, she's so good. We're going to cover all of that. And let's start with the living room.
Y'all had the inspiration to do a dried hydrangea tree, and you found it on Pinterest, but then you said, no, we need to kick it up a notch. And so you just didn't do a little loop-de with a line of hydrangeas, but you did thick and beautiful, luxurious hydrangeas all the way around, and then wrapped it with candles.
One thing that we added to make this make sense was we stuffed a garland in it and wrapped it around. There's something about those fancy hotel trees that have the movement. It's swirly, it's beautiful, and that just makes it look fuller too. This tree was kind of sparse in the middle, so if you feel like you need more movement, just toss a garland on it. That was Stephanie's idea. I was putting picks. Garland's better than picks. We also got some swirly taper candles.
Yeah, they just came from Target. They are battery operated, so we don't love them as much as the clicker ones, but they're beautiful.
Yes, and we hung them with fishing wire. Just if you want to accomplish that. Fishing wire, dried hydrangeas cut straight from the yard, and garland.
Yeah.
So easy.
Then we just draped a little tiny swag on the end of the fireplace because it really didn't need much more. And then we put a few more candles. And so this was basically all we did, added sprigs of garland and touches of Christmas, and voila.
Yes. And I want to mention the patio while we're here, just because I feel like that was really what made it more impactful.
Yeah.
We didn't want to overstuff each room, but since the patio is in view, you can see the beautiful fireplace. We have a little tree with skiing sticks that are stuffed in it. That's all just sticks.
Fun fact, I do not like to decorate and over-decorate trees. And I found out, though Stephanie has many over-decorated trees, she does not like decorating trees, that tedious movement of putting ornaments all over. So one way that you can simplify your life is just to take sticks of skis and stick them in your tree. And it says, hello,
You just have to
on Christmas.
You have to find vintage ski sticks.
Right, that's all.
And then we also added a s'mores bar, which is literally sticks from the yard, big giant marshmallows, and some chocolates with ribbon tied around it. If you're a functional s'mores bar person, the ribbon probably unnecessary, but if you're doing it for the gram, that's the ticket. Let's go to the kitchen.
All right.
Okay,
This is dreamy.
We loved this kitchen when we drew it on paper, but seeing it decorated for the season, just all the warm, all the cozy feels. I want to spend my holiday here. But
Yeah.
we did have some mishaps.
We did, and we might as well get it out of the way. While y'all were decorating the beautiful tree, we heard a loud, and I mean sonic loud, boom crash. And it was actually the window. It had exploded.
Well, yes, it's tempered glass.
Tempered glass.
And the window guy said it's kind of a 1 in a million, but it's a pressure issue. We looked back at the cameras, thought maybe a bird flew in it.
No bird.
But since we are on the Rockwall Holiday Home Tour, we needed a solution that we didn't have to, we couldn't get the window in before this. So we put a naughty and nice list, and I decided that someone broke the window. I put a naughty check, and it says broken window.
Yeah.
So I think when you have mishaps, if you embrace them, make them fun.
Yes.
That is it.
Yes. We worked a while to figure out how to make that fun, because it wasn't fun at all, especially not for the homeowner. But honestly, now we have so much peace and joy, and it's really just a super cute little festive situation. And you did a great job using your Cricut, putting that list together, and it's so stunning. Honestly, y'all, the only way we decorated that was simply we put some white ornament pine cones in the hutch, sprigs of garland everywhere.
Yeah.
And to call back to the hydrangeas, there's just a big vase of hydrangeas on the table. And again, like we always say, we like to keep it simple, especially in a small space like this. It's not a large space. For entertaining purposes, keep the counters uncluttered. And so,
Well, okay, uncluttered. Big giant flower arrangement.
Well,
That's amazing.
it's in front of the sink, and I think you can still functionally use the island.
No, I agree.
And so we love making it very, very simple. But this home calls for that. It's sophisticated. It's more clean. And so that's what we did.
Yes. And I'm going to give the cookie shout out made by Michaela. She put those together so cute. And then these florals are from Lakeside Florist.
Yes.
Beautiful. My favorite thing in this house, and normally I go back and forth, is definitely the Butler's Pantry. It is Sherwin-Williams pewter green, and that really called for embracing the vintage. This tree was actually the exact tree and exact setup that Stephanie had in her Christmas tour a couple years ago. They're just the handmade ornaments, the salt dough ornaments. They look like gingerbread cookies. Then we have orange slices. I threw a sourdough loaf. We put a bowl of produce, or a
basket of produce. It's just the little things, right? And different colored produce. And so we've got purple cabbage and green cabbage and all the fun things. But I do want to say that that's probably one of my favorites, but I did not think the homeowner would love it as much, because they're not vintage. They're a little bit more, they like to call it like an organic modern. But when you embrace it just little bit throughout the home, then you can do something even a little more over the top in secondary spaces.
Yeah.
And so that Butler's is everything.
So good. So that's my dream Butler's Pantry, if you're wondering. And the more you guys watch our videos, the more it would be possible that I could accomplish that dream. So let's go to the master.
All right.
I want to share today's tour sponsor is Blooming. We have shared Blooming many times at this point, and I just want you guys to know this is one of the best Christmas gifts.
I mean, it's probably seriously one of the best gifts for like a mom or dad who has everything.
Yes.
It's so relaxing.
So the Blooming Hair Pro, it is the perfect solution for hair health, scalp health. So reduces grays, improves your length of your hair, the circulation in your scalp with the massage tool, and it also has a serum that it releases to also have scalp health benefits. Mom has been using it more than I ever imagined. I want you to know that she is not, she's one of those people that buys into many things but never can commit. And when I watch her, she's like, always like eyes rolling in the back of her head, like, this is the best.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the health benefits go, I do love all that, but the massage portion of this is just so amazing.
Yeah, it releases all the tension from your head, which you will be surprised how much you have. If you are looking for a really healthy scalp in 2025, Blooming Hair Pro. We have the link in description. It is actually under $200 right now, and I have an extra discount code that you will find in the link in description, so make sure you go click it, guys. I was flipping through magazines at Mom's house. Stephanie had mentioned putting a garland all around this, and
I think it was my idea.
okay, maybe we all had the idea, but when that idea was thrown at me, I thought, wow, that's overkill. And then I saw a magazine clip and it was glorious. And so we embraced it. And honestly, I love it because you don't have to do much. Like,
yeah. So we basically just added some candles, some florals, and anytime you use any floral, you can just add some greenery, some fresh evergreen, and it calls it Christmas. That's what I think.
that's all you have to do.
And so basically this room was done, and I felt like I wanted to decorate the fireplace, but the girls said that was too much. And so we just left it clean, and it is so beautiful in here. They've got glorious bedding and vintage art, and these are metal nightstands and some candles, and it's just so warm and cozy in here. And the backdrop of the brick wall, I think that really makes this swag like just pop.
Yep. And it's fun because the inspiration was more cottagey. This is more modern. So I love that you can apply those things. Don't be afraid to jump in and try it. I do want to talk about the bathroom and the closet and the laundry room while we're here, because they do flow nicely. That is my favorite thing about this floor plan is this area connects all the way to the laundry. So if you are like me and you don't feel like walking across the house with your laundry basket, you got it right there. So
yeah.
I wasn't even a part of that. Y'all, you tell them what you did for the bathroom. I left before.
Well, again, we felt like it was so stunning all of its own. And so we just did a glorious kind of a messy floral. And then we put maybe a couple little glass trees. And next to the bathtub, we placed a Christmas tree and we were done. We called it a day. We did hang a few eucalyptus sprigs from the shower head. That smells good and it's pretty.
Yes. Well, I will say that the bathroom I knew didn't need much, but I do love those glamorous little tree glass situation.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say you called the arrangement messy. Let's call it whimsical.
Okay. Messy, whimsical arrangement.
No, but
Stephanie was having a little bit of a struggle. We were kind of making that together, and it was too whimsical, and we were calling it messy, but it all came together in the end, and now it is absolutely stunning.
Yes. So the closet. Normally people, I don't know that we've ever featured a closet on a home tour.
No.
But this one's so good. And we are at the Rockwall Holiday Home Tour. We are sending people, the path goes through the closet. This closet has a chandelier. We styled with Christmas trees on the island. And I'm a huge fan of islands in closets at this point.
Yeah.
And then, well,
I had a hutch built for them because they needed a place to put their dirty laundry. And since it's right next to the laundry room, I had a hutch styled. They didn't have space for a linen cabinet in their actual bathroom. And so I had that built with the pullouts for their dirty laundry. And it's just very sweet.
Yes. And then the laundry, it's literally, the laundry. It's literally just bottle brush trees that are gold. That's all we did for the season. But I feel like even those little touches when you're doing chores makes it feel more festive. And I know I said the Butler's Pantry is my favorite. I think the laundry is my second favorite. It's just that moody and
it's a blue.
Yeah.
And we added a little bit of greenery and like some pillows and stuff with some laundry baskets just for fun. But it's the color, it's the moody, it's all the things of that room that just makes it so beautiful all on its own.
Yes. Okay. Well, you ready to go upstairs?
Let's do it.
was fun before, but we didn't share that much because we were still installing so much.
Yes.
The last time we did we did a recap tour, and I'm so excited to share it for the holidays because
So good.
it's so cozy. Okay, look, real quick, talk about the prayer room. I mean, we walked through the prayer.
Okay, yeah. So when you come up the stairs, there's just this beautiful landing. We thought this would be a super fun place to do a cozy nook where Tammy could have her quiet time in the morning. She loves it. We did some vintage Bible frames. It's just so pretty.
Yeah.
And just a little lamp. We have a hutch from our friend Lauren Douglas, and it's vintage as well. So it's just very warm and cozy as soon as you hit the landing.
Yeah.
And we love it.
Yes. And then in here, it is a little bit more modern, but it flows well
Yes.
from that space. We put a garland from a new place
Yes.
that you found, and I can't remember it off the top of my head, but we will put it in the description.
The reason I love this garland is because it's already mixed. A lot of times we buy 2 garlands and put them together so that we have different
Like textures.
textures, but this one came already pre-textured,
Yes.
if you will. So we love that.
Well, it's funny. I kept getting Facebook ads from it, and I was like, I should pull the trigger.
I did.
So we also got from Stephanie from her old movie room was the Christmas Story and the Christmas Story pillow. To kind of, because this is kind of the movie room. I mean, it's not a formal media room. We collected the vintage Christmas records at their record table, and it also has a vintage table that goes with it. And so it's a fun little setup for the holidays. And then when the holidays are over, they can just put those to the back. So that's a fun seasonal hack if you have a setup like that. And those racks are from Amazon.
Yeah.
So,
Are we talking about the patio?
well,
We can talk about the patio. Okay. So, my friends, this was not finished as well. We were still hanging lights this week, and we were waiting on a rug. And when all that came in, I decided I wanted to do, and I searched nature-inspired, unexpected, shiny things Christmas tree.
she wanted the whimsy, she wanted the nature, and she didn't have the search terms to accomplish it.
So I went to Hobby Lobby, and I did find a tree inspiration, collected all the items, put it together, texted it to my friend Stephanie. And you know what a good friend is? Honest friend. And she was like, no. But I was actually glad because that gave her a design challenge, and we ended up with the funnest tree in the whole wide world.
So those are
It's so cute.
Yeah, those are grapevine wreaths that are broken up to wrap around the tree, and then little clusters, duos and trios of bells
Big bells
and pine cones,
Pine
and
cones.
a little bit of magnolia stems.
and some picks.
Yes.
So basically, she got in my head without me even explaining to her, and voila, that's what happened. And it's always good when you can kind of bat things off of each other and come up with the perfect solution. So
Yes.
this ended up being my favorite tree in the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we also put some presents on the ottoman because we needed to maneuver the furniture with the tree, because normally the chair is in that corner with the ottoman. So the ottoman looks a little lonely, so we tossed some presents. There are empty boxes, which
Yes.
is a little silly, but you know what? It looks great. And then there's plaid pillows and blankets
Yeah.
out there on the sofa. And I'm going to have on the tour, I'm going to have a little Christmas movie playing out there. That'll be cute.
Yep.
And then we'll talk about the front room, which we're calling it the boy room because it's
Yes.
a little bit more masculine, and it's not just their guest room. They have grandbabies, so there's like a more girly version and a boy version. It has a interesting fan that wasn't supposed to be in there, but we do like it. But we wanted to embrace the
Yes.
ship and aeration.
Nautical
Yeah.
air
Yeah.
by land and sea. And so anyway, we did that. There's some ship paintings. And because the bathroom is pink, we have ship paintings. Some of them have like a pink matting. And so it really ties it together. And then we just brought the trough from your house from under the tree and put it at the end of the bed. And it's unexpected and it's super fun. Tied some blue ribbon plaids and different things on it. And that was all we did.
And those are my kids' real Christmas presents.
Yes.
But we needed something at the end of the bed, so I just grabbed it real quick. So if you watched our Christmas tour, you saw that under my tree. My tree is now bare, but honestly, it's very convenient because my kids were getting very curious. So now I think of it as it's functional, but it's also beautiful.
And it's storage for you.
It's free storage.
There you go.
So, okay, let's go real quick to the kids' room because we got to. It's too good. I've said two rooms are my favorite, and now I'm here again saying this is my favorite, but it's a favorite in a different way.
Yes, it is. It's colorful. It's kids. And anytime you have a kid space, you can use a lot of playful pattern and a lot of color and get away with it. And so this was the room we went really just very colorful.
Well, and I would say it's muted and sophisticated, but we could get playful. So this wallpaper is from Love versus Design. We wanted to embrace that palette and maybe make it a little more poppy. So I saw these ornaments in Stephanie's storage, and she did put them on in these little clusters. And then she had extra bows from a project she was working on. We snagged this dollhouse, which if you watch the My Little White Cottage or My Little White Barn home
Widow
tour,
White Barn?
Widow White Barn. I've done too much this week, but their mom and Shannon were very into the mice, and this is another dollhouse. I'm
starting to become competitive. Yes.
Well, this one's beautiful. It's actually a hutch top, and so it would be easy to make if you had access to one. I think that would be easy to Facebook Marketplace, and they do actually make wallpaper sheets for dollhouses at this point. I've learned from
Yes, you can actually shrink Schumacher and make little wallpaper chandeliers from Visual Comfort. I am not making this stuff up, y'all. People have gone way over the top with this dollhouse situation.
It's excessive.
It's excessive.
So they also put some little nutcrackers, ceramic nutcrackers in the middle with some stacks of books, green garland. I mean, it's really simple touches like this. I shouldn't say it's not over the top, because I would say for a secondary space, there's a lot of detail in here, but throwing garland on the top of a bed isn't that much effort.
Well, the room can still function, and you do, again, want it to be able to be functional for the kids, so we've just basically done touches here and there. I do want to mention, because people have asked, these are acantha throws that came from Anthropology, and it just brought in the mustard color that the pop that we really kind of wanted, along with every other muted plum, purple, pink color that came with this room. We did this room in these color palette because it went so well with what we did in the bathroom with the pink.
Yeah.
And so this Jack and Jill just absolutely flows, and it makes it perfect. The wainscoting is actually Shelby's gray.
Well, the guy at Sherwin-Williams called it Shelby's Gray, and really it is Sherwin-Williams. It's their version of Revere Pewter, and off the top of my head, I cannot remember what it is, but I can pop up the color code, and he said it's much easier to actually go with the color code versus saying Revere Pewter at 50%, but it's lightened. It is the lightened version.
Yeah.
And I think it would be a great opportunity to talk about where else we used it, which is in the office downstairs.
Yes.
You should get
that was and so we completely color washed that room in the color, the bookshelves, the ceiling, the walls, even the desk is this color. And that gave us just this really blank slate where we could bring in some beautiful window treatments, and we also did pretty painting on the wall, and we decorated the bookshelves for Christmas.
Yeah.
It has a great lighting. Those doors, again, we used in the house from Antiques and Vintage, what we love. And that room is used every single day by our client. And so we needed it to really be functional, but also a warm inviting space as well. And then in addition to that, she has a study bath just off of there. And it is, oh my goodness, so amazing because we used
Schumacher.
She requested grass cloth, and we don't like a traditional grass cloth, but we love a printed grass cloth. And so it actually is like a mauve color. Would you call it that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pinky mauve color. And it's a cantha, and it has just some vines, and it's a little jewel box for real. We didn't do much for Christmas. You bought a brass wall thing. And so we just basically filled it with flowers. And the other thing I'm going to do before the tour tomorrow is I'm just going to hang little bells from the hook where you would keep a little washcloth.
That was one of the details you didn't get to.
I didn't get to it.
Quite yet. Thank you for touring our Parkplace home for the holidays. We love sharing this with you. It was such a fun project. I do need a nap now, but we still have 4 more houses to go.
Let's do it.
So I hope you are able to join us in real life at the Rockwall Holiday Home Tour. But if you are not, all of this is going to be continued to share on our channel.
So like, subscribe, share these things with your friends, especially if they love Christmas palooza.
Yes.
Bye.